Hey yo, I'm launching a new coin. I'm a builder, so make sure you support.
It's just not your money. It's not yours. It's not yours. It's not your money. Yo, it's not your money. It's not your money. Don't get scammed, man. You want to see something done? You do it. I don't work for you. I don't work for you. Oh man, it's not your money. Right, right. We one day closer to where? I'll let y'all answer that. We're one day, guys. We're one day closer to what? I don't know. Oh man, this is the in between. Nobody knows. Nobody knows anything, y'all. Nobody knows anything. All you can do is control what is under your purview. That's it. That is it. Nice little Lamborghini. Bumblebee Lamborghini on the road right now. Okay. Okay. You just want to tease them, you just want to tease them, huh? Just drive by me. Is that a sign? Lamborghini just drove by like, haha, you're done. Market done. Nobody knows anything, yo. I don't care who they are. They don't know anything. You think I know something? No. I know nothing too. People act like they know. They know. They have no idea. They don't know what next week is gonna bring. They don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. They don't know what next month, 6 months, year, next nothing. Nothing. They have no idea. We're approaching the end of February. Wow. Of April. And this is like the meme of that guy with the stick, that meme with that pencil figure tapping the cryptocurrency saying, do something, do something. That's here right now. That's yo, everybody down. Everyone is down. That's crazy. That's crazy. In cryptocurrency, you have to depend on a sacrifice. You have to depend on a sacrifice and have no expectations. Explain that one. Somebody telling you they scared of the SEC. They want to avoid any scrutiny from the SEC. So you can't say that you want to profit from the work of others. And so you do is pseudo ICO. ICO, just dress it up differently and call it sacrifice. And with the understanding that you just gave your money away. That's it. It's a sacrifice. When I sacrifice for my kids, I unequivocally, I absolutely 100% have expectations. But here in crypto is some foolishness. When I sacrifice for my kids, some of y'all don't have, maybe one day you'll understand what it is to be a parent, not only a parent, but a responsible parent. When I sacrifice for my kids, I have 1,000,000% expectations. And what I did, I played a dumbass game like a fool because, see, I know when to take responsibility on my foolishness. I don't care what the movement was about. Oh, this was a mission. You know how many missions I've embarked on? You know, you want to do a mission? Go open up a nonprofit. Create your own visionary mission statement. But me, like an absolute fool, bumbling fool, because even the scammers are smarter than me. I don't know why y'all listen to me. I don't know. I have no idea why y'all listen to me, man. The dude said, no, we're going to call this a sacrifice. It's that magic talk, you know, because that's what a and then you have people in this community now telling you what a sacrifice means. Only responsible, like think about it, man. If you're a responsible adult, if you're a parent, for example, brothers and sisters, if you are a parent, you have a child that you take care of and that you truly sacrifice for, you know better than a non-parent what sacrifice truly means. Understanding that you have, well, I'm not going to say you, but I'm going to say me again. I have 1,000,000% expectations. This is why I'm sacrificing for my kids, because I expect them to be nothing less than great. Over here is flim flam. Flim flam. Give away hundreds, give away thousands, sacrifice millions, and have nothing, no expectations. Expect nothing back. Dumbass games that I chose to play and paid for it. I'm good. Yo, man, this right here, bro. You gotta be a devout cultist, like super, like this is the whole thing. Anybody who's really like pumping their fists in the air and beating their chest on some 100% post chain, hey, here we go. Every day is glee. they drank the Kool-Aid, like super brainwashed cult members. There's no changing this. That's just what that is, yo. That's just what that is, yo. Like, dude could never do anything wrong. They just all about that. That's what it is. That's what that is. That it pretending like everything is all good. Super cult, super cult member. Like damn near dangerous, harmful. Like you dismiss shenanigans taking place, all in the name of there's this layer one that yielded meager results. Be real, be fair, be true to yourself. You could be fake to the world, but you gotta wake up and look at yourself in the mirror and deal with that. Everything that comes with that. I can't be like that, you know. Oh, cheer up. Cheer up. Right, cheer up. Yeah, cheer up. Cheer up. These people, when I hear like this one influencer, I've been listening to him talk the last, I would say, 3 months, and I'm hearing his tune change. And he's one of your beginner, like one of the beginning members of the Hex community. They used to do streams and all that. Like started doing streams. One of the beginning streamers, and it's now as recent as maybe three, you want to say good 3, 4 months. I'm hearing his tune change about certain things. There's no more everything is potpourri and fluffy. He's speaking real. And I'm like, oh, see, yeah. Saying things like, yo, no, they are scamming. Like he flat out talking about it, saying, no, there's scammers in the community for real. He wasn't saying that a year ago, wasn't saying that 2 years ago. So shout out to him. Because it's just too hot. It's too hot to pretend. You can't put up, you can only put up an act for so long unless you're mentally deranged, right? Where you just fake the funk because you don't, the elevator's stuck. It doesn't go all the way up to 9 in your head. But you pretending like all is good on pulse. Nah, bro, it's not. Well, you want to, go along, carry along, go along with the get along, you know, act like everything is status quo when it's not. But because you got your reasons, you got your clicks, you got your connections, cabal, weird influence, people pay you, you got bought, you on the take, you gotta go along with the foolishness. Nah, bro. It's a trashy position to be in because that means you could easily be bought. Person could easily be manipulated. What's going on, people? Z5555. Yeah. Jason Hex win. What's up? What's up? What's up? You know, we can't forget these times right here, man. Like I'm over the whole, like I was saying about the narratives with the stable coins. Aren't there already stable coins, right, in this chain? I don't understand about this whole thing, man. Like sometimes people want to just delve into things that are deep, 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 profound, and like too complicated for no reason. Too complicated for the sake of complication. I don't even care how P Maker works. Maker DAO. When I was heavy into Ethereum, I'm like, yo, y'all making things too complicated. This right here is for those who are interested. However it works is how it works. Just like I'm a simple person. Simple. Investing in a vehicle, just want to make sure it's reliable, safe, and it could take me from point A to point Z and back. I'm not looking under the hood. I don't have the mind or the interest for that. Like the interest, not the mind, but the interest. Oh, I gotta see what how this engine work. Yo, the framework. Want to look at it, make sure all the connections and everything is clicking. Nah, it's not me. It's not mine. No, no. These people had this back and forth argument. Like the chain, like yo, these people keep having this back and forth stable coin debates about a copy of an Ethereum coin, stable coin. You're having these debates. Meanwhile, there's supposed to be stables on chain already. But you know what drives people? The greed factor. Super. Like, it's more than just about being early. It's about also being early and being greedy. You know? DJ Nobody Cares. Dino X, I see you, man. DJ Nobody Cares, man. You know, Uncharted Media Production. What's going on? What's going on? DJ and Dougie Bong Bong. I'm speaking on trash. You know what I mean? Like just whatever. Crypto stuff, weird stuff going on, you know, just shooting the crap. You know, more health. More health. What's up? I like that. But it's more wealth. Peace, bro. But that's what I you know, we could all benefit from. More health. When I look at these charts, bro, and I'm seeing these people still arguing over some debate, over some stable coin. Yo, don't we have a list of stable coins on Pulse Chain already that people just DJ nobody cares? That's the thing. Nobody cares about yo, and people crying and trying to say, "Oh yeah, I'm right. I bought a bag. You bought a bag. You got your 11,000, 12,000, 1,000,000 X. Congrats." Yo, but it's like it's not enough for people. It's never enough. You know what I mean? It's never enough. You got in some stable coin copy, okay, a week after Pulse Chain mainnet launch, and you held on till it went to 3 cents. That's a win. But these people want to, you know, have dreams, and that's cool, and fantasizing and this and that and that and this. But while you fantasizing and having dreams, there's already stable coins on the chain. There's a list of stable coins on the chain. But it's not that. No. That's not what matters. That's not what matters. He's free. We got to capitalize. You got to capitalize off the greed. Yo, and then it brings negative energy. People threatening each other. Folks are scared. The main ones that were talking about, oh, such and such to $1, the main ones talking about scared now. Scared. What happened? That's why I was like always funny with crypto, yo. Like funny we talk about this stuff, yo, because the shit don't work out. It doesn't work. You happy you found something that's helping you make money, right? You thinking you got social media, you could get on the social media and talk to people about it, because who doesn't want to learn how to make some money on some cool, safe, legit, you're not hurting people, you seeing ends and results. Why wouldn't you want to talk and tell the world, right? Number one, you don't throw pearls to the swine. People, everyone's not gonna be grateful, right? Number two, people love to screw up a good thing all the time. And you find that in crypto all more often than not, yo. More often than not. So when I got to this point with Richard Hart, I'm thinking, all right, this guy, he looked like he figured it out. Let me just talk about this, talk about this. Yo, the last 2 years have been like so lackluster and disrespectful. I'm like, yo, I'm not talking about this no more. Like, I'm not talking about this no more. I can't, in good faith. You know, that's not me being real. I'm not going to talk about this like, oh, we're one day closer, guys, to the next moonshot, all-time high. I'll sound like I'm artificially intelligent. We're not doing that. That's fake. That's fake to me, bro. People bought the top in 21, and I'm still gonna be here in 2025 talking about we're one day closer, guys, to exceed the all-time high. 4 years later, I'm still on that type of time. I can't do that. Not with everything that took place, yo. And it's weird, man. It's weird. You would think promoting independence, self-custody, not your keys, not your coins, all this stuff would like empower people and make them feel like, oh yes, there's hope. I want to be a part of this. Let's do this, man. No, what goes up comes down. Motherfuckers are greedy. Greedy and selfish. It's whoever could get to the bag quicker than you. That's all that matters. Whoever can exit before you. Many people don't have the patience to do a liquidity pool. Providing. You don't have the patience if you want to get paid today and right now. You're going to sell right now. You don't care about doing V3, single-sided state. You don't care. You're going to sell. You're going to sell on the market and say, whoo, I made it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Don't want to be you. That's the nature of what we're dealing with. Stop trying to make it look like it's potpourri. Motherfuckers got shit like going on like this is amazing tech, right? Amazing tech. But people don't care. Because why? Because by the time you hear about the amazing tech, you find out that you late. Your spirit is telling you, yo, damn, man, they already made 5,000x. What do I looking like coming in now? But then they're telling you, oh, it's never too late. And so you buy into the never too late narrative. So while you bought in, you holding, they keep talking to you, telling you about how great the tech is. Oh, it's great, it's great, it's great, it's great. No human beings needed. This thing is just, robot central, AI, automation, blah, blah, blah. And you keep waiting and waiting and waiting. You don't see nothing. And if you see a little crumb, that gave you hope. You see a little 5x, a little 10x. You're like, oh, yeah, shit, this is great. Look, yo, look at the chart. You watching how you miss 5,000x. but they're telling you it's not too late for you. By the time you get in, you reach a little 10x, but then you telling yourself, oh no, I gotta delay my gratification. I can't touch this 10x gain because I gotta delay my gratification. And what happens? All kinds of different weird events taking place because what goes up has to come down. So naturally, the market, after it did its 10x, is going to recede. Yo, it's going to capitulate. And next thing you know, you're looking at your bag, you back to where you started from. What they call round trip. You know, every time there's a new term, those of us that have been around for years, we hear these new catchphrases and terms. Oh, you did a round trip on your back. And you took no profit because you thought you're dealing with something that already went 5,000x. Why can't it go 10,000x? Why couldn't it go 1,000,000x? But by the time you got in, oh, right. Because people got in early. Because some of the tricks of this game is you better get in early. Don't listen to the listen. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. When people tell you about, oh yeah, it's never too late and this and that and that and this, and you watching formidable like this, you watching the chart and you watching how a bunch of people bought before you, you better start doing the math in your mind. You better start doing the math in your heart and ask yourself if this is even worth me getting into. Where you got bloody days, like this whole, let me tell you something, right? This whole like last 2 months, since this whole P die, bruh, y'all making fun of like, and then the racial shit comes out, right? People started downing a Vietnamese. They say things like P died to Adara. Like it's crazy, right? So it's been mostly red. Blood in the crypto streets. More red than green. The last 2 months, especially, real hard. Blood in the crypto streets. And then you in a coin, the coin that went, a certain coin that, you know, project that you got in late, but people are trying to tell you it's solid. And while the markets have been down, those people that got in early are telling you not to worry because they are still up, but you're not. But they are. They're telling you. You ask them, hey, Mr. Nondescript, what you think about all the stuff going on in the market? And the nondescript is like, well, I'm not really worried. I'm still up, man. I've been in here since the beginning. And then you're like, really? Oh, it must be nice. Thanks to you, I got into this shit and I'm underwater, but you're not because you got in early. It's the nature of the game. While everything is red, they still up. Nature of the crypto game. Why? Because they got in early. Why? Because of maybe happenstance. Perhaps it was luck. Perhaps it was someone who they knew, someone who they blew. Who knows? But they got in before you. It's the nature of the game. The nature of the game. And trying to tell you, you can yield. You can earn yield if you hold on to the nondescript. The yield that they earn, you will never earn. The yield that the early people earn, you will never earn. But they're telling you it's never too late. And I got caught in that shit. Like talking about stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, 55, 55, you know what I'm saying? 38%, APY, APR, APRXY, TUV, WXYZR, APR, annual percentage rate versus annual percentage, annualized amortized mortgage penalties, amortization, interest rates, yield. Don't say interest because certain people across the world find that offensive. So you gotta say yield, reward. Say rewards, and guess what? I'm not earning the same yield that predecessors before me have. Why? Because it's the nature of the game. So while I participate in this masterful level of Ponzi-nomics, I'm also being a bad actor and a bad player. So I have to fall back. This is why I've never been one that's all 100% yay or nay, like as far as like all brainwashed on some, one way situation, because I learned the hard way. The hard way. There's levels to everything. Like Pulse Chain launch. Before Pulse Chain launch, it's going to be 4 years, July 15, 2025. Going to be 4 years since the Pulse Chain sacrifice. That whole sacrifice. Let me tell you something, man. The dude defiled this whole thing. This term been defiled, bro. I gotta like purge myself and cleanse myself from talking old sacrifice. These people, it's nasty. It's been misused to play a game, and dudes still end up to have smoke with the SEC, even though it might not be directly related to Pulse Chain ICO X, Pulse X ICO occurrence or whatever is related to mismanagement of monies and 12 million dollar fraud and whatever. I don't care. But relating this stuff to sacrifice, when people take really, really sacrifice in life, and we just played with this, we played with it, so we deserve what we getting right now, right? But 4 years ago, Big Smock, I see you, man. 4 years ago, I thought, oh, this is my final. This is my first chance to get in early on a blockchain that's launching. Yeah, you sacrifice, and then of course you get enamored. You buy into the idea. You're making a sacrifice. Oh yeah, man. I missed a 10,000x rain, so I might as well sacrifice for the next 10,000x gain. I have to. Why not? Why not? Talking myself into it, right? Yeah. Early, you coming in ground zero. You coming in with a quote unquote good community, quote end quote good community, thinking it's a decent community. BS. You're dealing with human beings. You're dealing with imperfect people. You're dealing with greedy souls. Everybody out here ain't good. Period. So, yeah, I bought into it. Convinced other people to buy into it too. And 4 years later, look at what we're dealing with. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Oh, April 21st. 21st is the 21st of the 21st. and the 21st to hear the 21st of the 21st. At this point, bro, like, yo, whatever, whatever, you know. You ask if you open up the comments and then play these games. Like, okay, comments are opened up. You said, wonder what you gonna do when Hex hits $1, bruh. One point in my mind before there was a time where I would just be like, yo, I would do X, Y, and Z. I would eliminate debt, right? I would acquire more assets because the coin hit $1, right? Because I felt that was close. That's why before I used to say we're one day closer to the next all-time high. That's why I used to say that we're one day closer. Because I felt that we were close. This shit feel far away, yo. So I don't know, to answer your question, brother. I don't know what I would do if it hits $1. Because clearly, because this is what it is for me. A lot of funny monkey business been going on with how things operate on this side of the system, this side of the community. Funny monkey business, y'all. What I mean by that? Don't talk to me about decentralization. Not y'all in the community. Not y'all in my audience right now. But don't talk to me about decentralization when there is some centralization actively manipulating the OA wallet. At whim. When you can make any type of changes you want to your Pulse X V1 farms. Don't talk to me about 100% decentralized anything. Like, be you, and then you want to talk about transparent. We want to see things transparent. Blockchain is speech. It's supposed to be transparent and all this, and you're not that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like you're not that, and it's okay if you're not that. It's okay if we didn't get there yet to anything 100% decentralized. Lying, right? And supporting that shit. And acting as if people are just unintelligent and won't be able to figure it out. Not playing those games. Because a lot of monkey business been going on the whole time. Yeah, OA wallets, this is wallet, but you know how to mix and match and fumble and tumble, tumbler and mixer, all kinds of mixer and tumble and DJ nobody care, your Tornado Cash assets. You know how to mix and fumble and blums and blumble and Monero your ass to privatization of the obfuscation of all types of hidden assetations. You know how to hide your shit, bruh. You know what I mean? Hide your mechanics, hide your operation, hide the money, so people don't know that it's you that's making all this shit pop. You know what I mean? So I don't know when, if this thing ever comes to $1, if it's happening even anytime soon. Because it's really dirty business. Okay, you could say, oh yeah, in order to make the world a better place, you have to become the change. You have to make the change within yourself first if you want to see it reflected in the world. Right. You got to make the change with you. And then when people call you out on some stuff, you laugh, you evade, I don't know. who owns it, African priests and all this stuff. People are not stupid. He didn't develop Hex. He didn't develop Pulse Chain. You know? Which was a copy of another chain. Like you know what I mean? You might know how to talk your talking, your mouthpiece game is all right. But yo, for people who come from the bottom, who've been around checkered individuals who had checkered past and damn near criminals, we could see foolishness coming a mile away. Just from the first word you speak, the energy, the vibe you give off. You know, I can't even talk like this thing is touching $1 anytime soon, yo. Real talk. Look at all the shit that happened so far, up till now. Yeah, it'd be great for it to touch $1. Look at you. Look at this whole dude is scared for some P dye and some going to Adara. Scared to be associated with it, but you posted about the shit going 2,000,000,000%. But you scared to be associated with it. You mad that everybody who attached you with it attached you to it. You know what I'm saying? Type of time is he on? Listen, you think I bought into the community narrative? I understand what it is because it's the internet. But this is where people make a mistake. Not only is the community talk a sham, not only is that shit a sham, that shit ain't real. But your man also talk about, oh, the community. We're a family. Fuck out of here. We're not a family. You want to teach people how to delay their gratification on such an extreme level. On such an extreme level that you want to build people to become diamond handed, right? Because you know that's one of the hardest things somebody could do in crypto, to be diamond hands. Very difficult. You're going to sell at some point. 100%. You're going to sell. Then they infuse this shit about sell shaming. Don't sell shame. Sell shame. Sell. It's a market. You could do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. But in between, you buying and you diamond handing to infinity, you watching a lot of things take place. But the rules was this: buy into this thing, stake it 10, 15 years. Nothing was encouraged or promoted by him for you to hold liquid. Because that means what? That means you trading. That means you selling. So that wasn't celebrated. That wasn't heavily promoted. But what you're supposed to do is read up on some sci-vive and learn about how to bust good nuts, how to say, I'm sorry, good, huh? While you're waiting 15 years, and how to work for somebody, because you're not supposed to retire off of selling your hex after you made X amount of gains. What part of the game is that? What part of the game is that, yo? You damn right you're gonna sell. You watching your digits go all the way up. Liquidity's there for you to dump into. What? You don't know when you're gonna see that type of money again. Damn right you're gonna sell. It's the market. It's the nature of the game. Delay your gratification to the point where you're in maximum pain. Delay your gratification to the point where you just suffer. You just in you just in agony. What? What? You kidding? No, you gotta put your best foot forward. Try to do your part to make the world a better place by suffering in agony. Because you trying to believe in dude's code that you don't want to touch, right? Because you locked it up, because you're practicing delayed gratification and you sweating and you're in pain this whole time. Oh, no, no, no. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to work. You can't just not work. You got to be productive. You got to work, right? Make somebody else rich. Huh? Continue to be enslaved. Increase debt. Some people, they caught on to that and they were like, they're not having it, man. And it's fuck all that. That's what happened this time. What do you think? You think that's not a reason why the OA got manipulated this year to stake most of its bags long term? Because people caught on to the BS. That's why, truth be told, yes, you got scammers, but sometimes people got to live to it and they got to survive. Because when I was watching those stakes, it made no sense to me. 400 million hex stakes for 7 days. 300 million hex stakes for 14 days. 20 days. 11 days. Oh, they were living off the proceeds. They had to get to it. Because they don't know when the thing is going back up again. They had to get to it. They had to get to the bag. I can't knock them if they got to eat. It's just when you take advantage and steal from the people who supporting you, that's different. So I don't know. And that's a long version and answer to the question that Smart, salute to Smart, that asked me about that hex going to $1. I don't know when that's happening. I don't know when that's happening. Truth be told, I'm waiting for this Pulse and Pulse X to get to sack price. I'm just waiting for that. It's been like yo, I don't know, man. Things are not always what they seem to be. They're not. He said, "Yeah, I do think the lawyers finessing RH." Bro, it's a Pulse Maxi. Who's a Pulse Maxi? Meat on the bone. Yeah, meat on the bone. Meat on the bone. Don't get me started with these terms, man. Meat on the bone. Facts. What happened with the meat on the bone? Little crumb. You get a little crumb. Everybody got the whole thing. You here. Here's a little bone right there. This is what you get. A little meat on the crumbs, meat on the frugality, meat on the miserly spirit from the cheap aspect of everything going on. You get the crumbs. You get the crumbs, bro. Man, these people talking to me about, and that's what I mean. You get into a project, you get into a project, and they telling you you're earning yield. Sound good. I remember Big Connect. Big Connect taught me well. You know what I mean? Like Big Connect taught me well, earning yield until you stop earning yield. These people did this web every this whole the narrative now. Besides memes is just dying down. The whole meme fever is kind of dying down. And dude caught on super late too, man. Pumped our tires, like bro. This shit was moving in 23 so strong, but you just my bruh. Y'all said I've heard in the spaces people say he has a lot of friends. I'm like, with friends like that, you don't need enemies. They said in the spaces Richard Hart has a lot of friends. I'm like, then those friends aren't looking out for him. Launcher pumped our tires in May, and we still way under sack price. I'm sorry, in May, in January, and we way under sack price. Oh, because it'll burn the pulse. And you launch these coins on pump tires, they can graduate and end up on Pulse XV. That's the incentive, bruh. I'm like, some of us been dedicated to the cause and just got tired of the nonsense. Dedicated to the cause. You got people here that's issuing yield out here, right? But it's still dependent on people wanting to buy. If folks stop, this is the problem with crypto, that people are kind of trying to get a grasp and control, and right. If you cannot get people interested to buy the crypto, then the crypto will become worthless. Like, it'll just go to zero. If folks won't buy into Bitcoin, they don't believe in it, stop believing, stop buying it. Stop buying anything. Value, it loses its value, man. Whatever you got going on, if people don't care about it like that, not only that they don't care, they sell the shit more than they buying it. What do you think is gonna happen? I'm seeing different communities, bruh. Like, oh, they launching this, they launching that, they launching this, they launching that. This whole thing of like launching all these coins too. There's been this trend where ecosystems have launched so many coins you can't even keep count on what's what. Niggas is trying to just hey, here you go. 30 coins a month type shit. Like, you're like, what type of time are you on? Talk about they earning yield. Earning yield. until you stop earning yield. Oh, how many percentage a day and this and that just reminds me of BitConnect. Just reminds me of BitConnect. Oh, we got bots, software, volatility software. Yeah, arbitrage, volume, burning coins, buying tokens, liquidity providing, all kinds of nice hot shit. Automation. Yes, yes, got it. We got a long way to go still, y'all. Because while you got all that automation going, guess what? People gonna sell. People gonna sell, man. People gonna sell, man. Exactly. See, you mean to tell me he wasn't selling Hex? Oh, prove it. Yeah, of course. Now you doing the mix master DJ Nobody Cares mix master with Tornado Cash. So you really not gonna be able to find any trace of nothing connecting to even less of anything. You know what I mean? Like, oh, don't depend on me because you got smoke against you. Don't say I'm connected to P Die because you're scared, and I understand. I understand. Deathly afraid. Then why did you post something about it or have some kind of personal assistant or PR person, whoever's in charge of your socials, if they're in charge of your socials? Why did you say anything about it online? What type of friends you got? That dude making enemies out here, bro. That dude making enemies out here. And then you got that one guy. When he comes around, he brings no good vibes. When he comes around from hiding, the dude that threatened him years ago, oh, he got friends in the other part of the world, that he need to launch his Richard need to launch the chain, that he got friends, billionaire, the guy, Rolls Royce, bootleg, Rolls Royce, double R. Yeah. So when he come around, it's like bad vibes, bro. What he bring to the table? Like he talking recently, they got a screenshot of him saying something about this and that, and there's nobody cares about his input like that. Nobody cares. I don't care about his input. So I've seen when you show up shortly after you start showing up, people start already saying how he dumping millions and billions of coins at a time, dumping the coins. Were you supposed to be benevolent? You're supposed to be a benevolent entity, a benevolent person, right? That's why you gotta be careful who you align with too. Be careful who you align with. Be careful and look again. Show me your friends. I show you who you are. Be careful who you align with, yo. There you go, DJ and Dougie. It's a fact. You know, look at that. Sack Wallet down 400 million. Like what type of time is he on? But that's the thing. They're gonna. That's not his money. It's not our. It's not. It's not your money. It's not your money, right? I messed up. Because truth be told, a lot of these things I talk about, I'm really talking to myself. That's the honest truth. Like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? All that profit, the blessings of profit that came in 21, I just donated to a sacrifice. Like I threw that away. And for this, I threw it away for this. Like, so in other words, I kind of like disrespected the creator of all things by throwing away a blessing that came my way. Because look at what I'm dealing with now. In the name of a sacrifice and having no expectations. This shit don't work like that, yo. It goes back, it goes against, it worked against me because this is not how this is supposed to be for me. It's not how this works for me. It's not how it's supposed to work. It's backwards. I'm not dealing with anything of any type of high level, right? Divinity or anything like that. No, it's the exact opposite. It's like playing games. That's why I say, dude, to me, I think of a someone who does magic tricks, wearing a top hat and doing all that. You pulling rabbits out of a black hat or a box like you do. You one of those. Shout out if you know how to do magic. Shout out to that. But like you just, what you doing? You know, when I went to the events, I brought my family over, and you could see like real people coming in there to watch the presentations, right? To watch like real people. You could tell they just came out of work, blue collar, regular, ordinary people like myself and my family were in the room listening to these hex people talk, flossing, flaunting diamonds and all that shit, right? I'm a man of a certain age, decades older than these guys that's talking. Watching regular blue collar people, Generation Xers in the crowd like me. And I'm like, yo, something is amiss right here, yo. But let me rock with it. Let me go. Let me just go with the fucking flow. And look what shit's turned out to be. My standards are not higher than most. I met Mr. Bang Bang Makes Sense. That's why this shit annoys me with dude and how he got caught up with that airport snafu. Like, what are you doing? Met him, yo. Bang bang, makes sense. Makes sense. Bang bang, makes sense. Quick maths. Met him. You know what I mean? Took pictures and all that. Happy, excited, met my family and all this. Oh, y'all talking a good game. A good game. And now y'all could barely get along with each other. Why? Because they like to stay in their own way, to block their own blessings. But these are the people that the community, again, the fake community, props up and calls leaders. That I've heard even in a clip, your man RH talk about, oh yeah, the community is a great community. Hexagon, did great things, which they have, built great things, and we're a family. I cringe when I hear that family thing, yo. I cringe automatically. I'm like, no, nah, stop with that. That was a long time ago. clip he did anyway. It wasn't anything recent, but I cringe when I hear stuff like that. Like even like at my workplace, where people try to say, "Oh, we're a family." No, we're not. You're here to do a job and keep it moving. That's it. Be clear on what's good. You know, be clear and distinct. Create boundaries. That's important in life. Don't mix that up. Don't blur those lines. Not family going on over here, man. Crazy. My family already crazy. I don't need to buy into this warped ideology about some crypto internet community family. No, what we doing? Family wrecked? A wrecked family? Struggling still to see some ends materialize for some fake shit we got involved with no magical expectation, no expectation? Foolishness? Got. That's the truth. Got. And I allowed these people who got rich before me to let me know that my turn will soon come. Soon come, star. Soon come, selector. Air? Soon come, air. Right. Soon. When? When? Soon. Yeah, right. Got me. Right. I wasn't going to mention his name, but I'm going to mention his name. I've heard dollar cost crypto recently, within the last, I want to say, few months, maybe 2 to 4 months, start to express himself about the foolishness going on in the community. And I said to myself, well, finally. I've heard him say a couple things here and there, and I'm like, finally. And for somebody like him, who was one of the first streamers in the community, who built his channel, right, contributed in his own way to educate people about crypto, for somebody like him to say that there's some shenanigans taking place, somebody like him, been in the game for a while, been in the crypto early, been in the community streaming, built his channel in popularity, educated masses of people about crypto, consistently streams, became successful, and want to encourage others to be successful too. For somebody like him, like dollar cost crypto, to acknowledge and call out some shit, some scammy shit going on in the community, what does that tell you? And his partner. I've heard the two of them. And that's only been recent though. But guess what? That's better than nothing. The rest of them turn a blind eye for whatever reason. You can't force people to do anything. But the rest of them turn a blind eye. But when it gets too hot, when it gets just too hot in the kitchen, a motherfucker can't stand it no more. They're going to have to react. Because you're looking at a man like the young man, dollar cost crypto, created his channel, his platform, out of nothing from the bottom. Educating people, teaching people about crypto, talking about crypto. For him to tell you or to tell the community, like you could tell, it's like the frustration there. It's like enough is enough. What does that tell you? Met Richard did connecting people like, you know, with the fresh and fit, this and that, and the mover and shaker. Does networking, you could tell over the years. For him to tell you, yo, we got some scammers in this fucking. For him to say that. What does that tell y'all? And he still tries to be politically correct and exercise. You could tell he tries to exercise emotional intelligence throughout every time he makes some kind of remark about it. But it's getting to a point where it's just too hot to keep to himself. You could see it. But, you know, so I want to thank him for that, for having the wherewithal, the understanding, right? And the strength to do that. I just want to thank him because most of his peers, if not all of his peers, except for his partner, what's his name? Charlie. Them two had the balls to do it. The rest of them is quiet. It's quiet. It's scared. Don't want to be involved. Throw your hands up. Ignore. Pretend like it's not happening. It's your choice. Do what you do. Do what you do. Do what you do. Hey. But for the people that have been talking about shit for years, you can now see. It's not that the small voices were crazy. You know, I see my channels like the underground media, like, right? I'm not in anybody's pocket. No one threw me any allocations. I didn't sign any agreement to just be fake, you know? Right? I don't have any arrangements. I don't have any puppeteer, puppet master over me delegating what I need to do and not do and say or not say. So I align with the sentiment of just being and not so much independent because, yeah, I'm independent, but this is not a channel that I own. Understand, this is still YouTube system. It's not Light Wonder, right? Radio. I don't own this. But I'm not in anyone's pocket either. I'm in God's pocket. That's why I speak the way I speak. Unapologetically. Period. We're going through a lot. Like, yo, just to pretend like this ain't going on after you've been obsessing about it for a long time, that's not the easiest thing to do. Because when you're in crypto, it shit brings a certain level of excitement. But this right here, this last 2 years have been like unnecessarily just like disappointing with Pulse. Unless you ventured off and did other things. You joined other ecosystems. You got into the other blockchains. You experimented here and there. Like this right here, just being a hex holder, lackluster, meager results. Pulse chain holder, lackluster, meager results. Inc., PulseX, lackluster, meager results. Now, the Inc. emissions have been reduced greatly, but everything is decentralized. It's no admin keys, but the Inc. emissions have been reduced greatly, severely, to where people were encouraged to deactivate their farms if they were farming on PulseX. Who did that? The crypto god? If dude's gonna say he's a giving tree, then he needs to be like, yo, trust me, because I'm the giving tree. Admin keys are bad, but as long as it's with me, you be fine. That's it. Admin keys are bad unless it's with me. That's it. Trust me. That's all it is. That's all he's saying. Even though you make mistakes, 400 million down. Acknowledge that shit. Your trading game is not A1 like you want to make the world believe. That's what puts a bad taste in people's mouth. Like you're like, yo, this. Come on, man. Just be you. All you gotta do is be you. Evolve. Be great. Develop. Grow. Continue to do good work. But don't do some suspect shit. Be lying, bumbling, and fumbling shit, and then acting like, yo, you still that guy. You greater than 27 million for longevity and all that. Like you. Oh, people always try to act like they're better than me. But how many of them have launched a layer one? How many of them have launched a DEX? Huh? Who besides me raised $27 million for charity? Huh? I did self-help books. I'm teaching people how to bust nuts. Okay? I'm teaching them how to say sorry. Huh? Who's done it? You're not better than me. No one said they're better than you. But we asking questions like, how we $400 million in the hole with the SAT? Who did that? Don't blame it on the African priest either. You know nothing about that. You don't want to know anything about that. Trust me, you don't. So stop faking the funk. You might need an African priest in your council to advise you. You know what I mean? You might have needed that. And then we could have been having a different conversation right now. Real talk. But now you're playing this hide and seek, right? Where's Waldo shit? That is so evident. Bruh, you can't, like who he talking to children? He think y'all are stupid. I'm bulletproof and safe. Oh, hey guys. I mean, hey, it's Christmas holidays. Yes. You guys are amazing. You're doing great work out there. I see you. Yeah. Oh yeah, me? I'm bulletproof. Why would you say that? Yo, man, if you be real, people will have your back. People will support you if you just be real, not be real fake. You be real fake, you get that in return, right? Like yo, seriously, man. Some people think they're so smart. It's just like, yo, son, they're too smart for their own good. You know who's been politically correct? Your man KG, another one, politically correct. Internet money, politically correct. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because his spirit dictates that. Let me tell you. Let me give you an example. Real talk. We see recently, wallet. What kind of wallet do you do you want anything special with your wallet? You want anything to go with your wallet? Would you like to have that to go or to stay? Are you gonna sit down with the wallet? Are you gonna play with it? You gonna massage the wallet? What kind of ideas? What would you like to see the wallet do for you? And the wallet, and because of the wallet and the wallet, right? Okay. Everything about a wallet. You know that's a direct. You know that's a direct affront to KG and his wallet situation, and the wallet that they created that's been working on the chain since the chain launched, with upgrades here and there. You know that's like yo. It's like yo. Forget about that. What kind of? Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. You know how KG handled it? KG was like, well, in so many words. Well, then we'll have two wallets. You know, maybe his wallet will have features that mine won't, and maybe mine will have features that his won't. But we'll have two working. You see how political? You see, yo, you're like, yo, all right. You heard that answer? KG didn't flip like he could have. Right? He didn't look at it in a different way. He could have took a whole different attitude. He didn't do that. That showed me. Oh, okay. You. That showed me leadership quality right there. That was an example. That showed me. Oh, see, this guy, he's exercising some form of emotional intelligence right there, right? With a balanced level of insight. Think about it. You put thousands and thousands of hours and energy and manpower and money into and raise a sacrifice, did all that. You can't even shit on him for doing a sacrifice because he gave you the wallet. And they constantly building on it, right? Did all this work, networking, this and that and this. Who don't know him if you've been in Pulse Chain? You know him. Either directly or indirectly, right? Right? Did all this. Not one thank you from your man RH. Like, oh, I see you guys, this and that, hey, this wallet, it's cool, this and that. Because, MetaMask, we've always had our issues with MetaMask and, Rabby disrespected Pulse Chain recently and all this crazy stuff. Internet money doing the stock bizzle. The whole time. Working, right? Or just existing, building, like y'all, not one acknowledgement. Zero acknowledgement. And he still took the mature route. KG. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Didn't have to do it. He could have just went nuclear on RH, yo. It could have been super entertaining for Pulse Chain, but people like myself that like the drama like that. It could have been something else. Be like, you see this guy? Right? No, he flipped it. And said, nah, no time for all that. We got to look at the bigger picture, bigger plan, showing you what being a mature, right, level-headed, insightful, measured leader does. Or should do. Kids are asking me, when are these things gonna materialize? And I have no answer for them. I'm like, yo, I'm at the point where I'm gonna ask them, when you think these cryptos are gonna go up? I'm gonna ask them. I don't have the answer no more. At one point, I was like, yo, I remember in 2023, I said, yo, if he issues a wallet sacrifice, people are going to sacrifice, right? We know that. We know that in 2023. Now, like for me, if he issues a wallet sacrifice, I'll let you answer that. What's the sacrifice for, right? You issued a wallet. What are we sacrificing for? Another coin, right? Oh no. You're not issuing. You can't expect anything. If he issues another sacrifice, you can't expect shit. That's the thing, huh? So going back to something I thought about it, I need to say before I bounce. So you turn the comments on. People can comment on your thing now a week before SEC or court hearing. You're talking about wallet, real heavy, freely. Oh yeah, what do you want? What kind of hors d'oeuvres? What kind of spices, ingredients you want on your plate of wallet? Huh? What would you like added to your wallet meal? Yeah, let me know. Yeah, comfortable. Patterns. The dude's telling you something without telling you something. I'm sick of that shit too, yo. You know, like I'm too simple with it right now, man. I'm too. It's either gonna be A or B. This gray area that you like, that dude likes to play in, and it ain't good for me. It ain't good for me and my people. I'm really thinking about them because I don't want my people to get harmed more than they've gotten harmed already. Because their wallets holding RH Core coins right now down like a motherfucker. Down. Understand? Yeah, what goes up come down. DCA, that, this, that. Painfully down though, like on some extra shit that I know he didn't see coming, and he could have probably saw coming if he had an African priest in his council. Keep talking crap. You don't know nothing about nothing. You don't know about that. You don't want to know anything about that. Keep playing, and probably somebody expose him to a little something like that. You don't play with life like that, man. That's why you could tell he got no kids. He got no. You don't know what that is. When you living for somebody else, you don't know. You pretending. You think it's arbitrary. I'm giving tree. I want to be the giving tree, the world, the giving tree. I'm giving tree. You got nothing you really connected to. You don't have any offspring representing you, spawned from your DNA. You call this thing pulse from pulsating rhythms of orgasm. You said this, son. So why haven't you produced anything in your likeness yet? If you have, salute. And maybe you need to keep that quiet and hush, but you're moving like it's all about you and nobody else. Thing is underground, man. This whole thing, that's why I'm proud of what I talk about, the way I talk about free as a bird. Not like some areola game that's twisted, that got bought. You know what I mean? You buy these voices and you tell them what they can and can't say. I ain't that. You give me a $10 million check and I'll say whatever you want, right? Because it's appealing. Oh, yeah, 10 million? Oh, yeah, sell my soul early. Done. Because I'm human. And what if I don't buy it? You'll never know. These people sell themselves for anything, We're talking real. It's not potpourri, whatever. No, it's real. It's real. And no time for it. If you want to be giving tree, raise a child, be a giving tree that way. How about you do that? Hmm? Protect a loved one, that a child, raise a family. Oh, but that would demand too much of yourself. Self. So you compensate by having an internet family. An internet family that you can toss, manipulate, use, abuse, like they were a piece of Kleenex that you nutted into and threw in the wastebasket because they shouldn't have any expectations of you having any kids. That's your leader. That's who y'all rock with. Shit too real to be nice. Shit too real to be gentle. Oh, kid gloves. Kid gloves where? Kid gloves where? The money I used to sacrifice, I can't count on anymore. That shit was gone 4 years ago. You'll never understand. Only people who put themselves second and their family and children first could understand what I'm talking about. If you are sociopathic, you won't get anything of what I'm talking about right now. Psychopath, you won't understand what I'm talking about. You're right. Narcissistic, you suffer from some type of antisocial disorder. You won't, narcissism, you just it won't click. And I'm not talking about being somebody talking about you the head of SpaceX and you got 14 representatives of your progeny running around acting like you're doing something because they're telling the president he's not the president. I'm not talking about that. Where's the connection there? That's a topic for a different discussion. Because I don't see, I'm talking about humanity. Where you see somebody, you can tell, yeah, this person is by humanity. They don't just have to keep talking about being something. You can see it. It emanates through their aura. They shine that. They see, they live that. They live and breathe it. You don't have to open your mouth and talk about you're a giving fucking tree. You want people to believe something that you're not because you're doing too much saying that you are something. You're doing too much. It's like an act. Motherfucker get tired after a while putting on the act. So guess what? The real self come out. What I'm talking about? What are you talking about? And you wonder why. What kind of support is support if the support is silent? Like on a real level, like for real. Like if you rich and you think you got rich partners, you got a rich bunch of people around you, collective around you, and y'all are all squad, and you about it. You about this revolutionary business, and they see your members of your squad see you going through all kinds of smoke, and they just let you rock by yourself, where you have to make weird posts and video clips, and where's the support? You got no friend. What friends you got? Imagine you got such rich friends, rich friends. It doesn't show on the chain that he got rich friends. It doesn't show on the chain. He's rich and isolated, rich and lonely. Son, you rich and lonely. Let the people say that you the giving tree. You don't have to acknowledge that you the giving tree. Let the people respect and say that you the giving tree. Let the people don your title. That's when it's pure. But dude don't come from that kind of background, right? It's too real. Or if you do, you don't think it's worth anything. You have to give yourself some kind of title. Shit don't make sense, bro. You're a good person. The world gonna let people know you're a good person. You don't have to keep, hey guys, I'm a good person. I just want to let you know today, don't forget that I'm a good person. Does that make sense? But we bought into this mania, y'all. That motherfucker good. He good at what he does. He good at tricking motherfuckers. I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to him. Who talks like I'm the giving? No, you're not. You keep saying it. You're saying it too much. You haven't been very giving right now. You haven't been giving these last 2 years. What giving? What? Giving grief? Giving what? Where? Giving to the point where people had to go other places to create something so they could give each other some shit. Where scammers had to even come and grift. But you're the giving tree. Giving where? Motherfuckers sacrifice for this shit. Oh, free airdrops. Yeah, this shit wasn't free. It cost what you sacrificed. But this is the bullshit that we bought into. It wasn't free. Right, right. You got a free airdrop? You got a free airdrop and you didn't sacrifice? Right. I didn't think so. So was the airdrop free? Was the edge? Look, I have a son. Okay, 95 95% of what I do, what I believe, what I preach, and what I teach, I shared with him. Why? Is because I care about him, his well-being, and want to make sure that he accomplishes something in life. I want to make sure that he's successful in life. I want to make sure that he doesn't make the same mistakes I made. Someone who has no children cannot relate, especially a man. And maybe they can relate, but you have to be present, available in your child's life, or even a child's life. A child doesn't even have to be yours, like biologically, but it could be yours because you always there. You raise them like there's your that like he's your own. And your children remind you of where you fuck up without them even trying sometimes. And you mean to tell me I'm not supposed to learn about these last 4 years and how I fucked up in this crypto shit? And so I'm supposed to pretend like all is well and repeat some fucking degenerative, destructive cycle of loss? What am I teaching my son? I'm teaching him how to lose. No, that's not my goal. That's not my goal. That shit is a ruse. You got your name talk about such and such win. That shit's a ruse, right? You're just trying to bait people, hook, line, and sinker. Bait them like they're fish. Hook them. Hook them. And he did a great job. Did a great job. But the level of winning that he wants to allow people to believe that he's far from. Because think about all this time for people to profess to be so rich that they could make so many things happen. You would imagine that they could be free. You would imagine that there's nothing in this world that they want that they can't have because they're rich. Do you think he's free? Is that what you want to be? You want to be where he's at? Do you think he's free? And if so, is that where you want to be, like this? Where he's at? What are you, born identity without the fighting skills? Because the dancing game is oh my god, like yeah, really. So the fighting must be like, whoo, you born identity. What are we doing? You Tom Hanks out there somewhere? What are you doing? No, but you got Wi-Fi somewhere. Faraday cage. But y'all don't understand and don't like when real shit is being said about certain situations to help you think. I don't know where this motherfucker's at. I don't know nothing about where he at, blah blah blah. I could only possibly like maybe imagine that someone who's purported to be who's thought to be a thousandaire, a hundredaire, a thousandaire, a millionaire, multi-millionaire, even a billionaire. And this is how you carry yourself. How happy? What happiness does that yield? You got people living in third world countries that wear the same shirt on their bodies 5-6 days a week. They'll be gladly to give you a plate of food when they have nothing, versus somebody like him who will tell you he's a giving tree, but sacrifice all your bread. It's not going to be your bread anymore and have no expectations. And that's supposed to signify success. The paradox, the irony is so thick, you could chew on that motherfucker. You got people duplicating what he's done. You got Matty Olin, who like I can't even like Matty in a bad position. All the way bad. But he's a man. He got to do him and figure it out. But dude in a bad position, bro. Trying to follow RH's lead. That's all he's been doing. And you see, but the Giving Tree is a Giving Tree. Giving Tree, you got one of your main guys that have been dropping the ball, fumbling, and he's still trying to justify how he been fumbling the ball because he's following you, Richard, to Rectorville. It doesn't get more clear than that. But I'm the one that's wilding. You see how dangerous things can be when you follow somebody and you listen to somebody and it's almost like you idolize a motherfucker. You see how shit can get? You see how dangerous it can be? You talk all this up, people believe every single word. This dude, hang on every word. Matty tried to duplicate it in his own style for the last year and a half, and it's been like meager results for him. But he tried to justify it in his own creative way. The only way his mind will allow him to justify what he's done. Talk about Matt. Trying to duplicate RH's efforts based on what RH has taught. And how's that been working for Matty, y'all? But y'all want to tell me I'm wilding? Matty stopped doing the conferences. The community's fucked. Because nobody, like, who else gonna do it? That's why he had the leverage and say, yo, RH, you need to apologize. You need to apologize. We're talking about no paid groups. Don't go pay for conferences. Less than 24, 36 hours later, RH was like, yeah, hey, Matty, go watch the conference. Thank you, Matty. Who else he's done that for in the entire community? But look what's happening to his protege. I call Matty RH's protege. Look what's happening to his protege, following the footsteps, at least trying to emulate the footsteps of RH, trying to talk about decentralization and practice whatever good crypto practices. RH is look what it's doing to Matt, eating him from the inside out. Reputation wrecked, fighting a enclave, a narrative of him being like a scammer now, like been having to hold that jacket, following Richard Hart's tactics and strategy and methods of doing shit. And how's that worked? But this is the Giving Tree you're trying to emulate. That's the Giving Tree, right? People, I tell you, this shit ain't. Listen, man. This is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak at all. Alan Fizame, I see you. Black Levin, I see you. Cookie the Chocolata, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah. Crypto London, what's up, what's up, what's up? Mix, what's happening? Quaz the Kid, what's happening, what's happening? Big Smock in the building, of course, of course. Yo, man, check this out, man. I don't know, man. All I'm gonna say is I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, y'all. Kent Lewis was goody. Look at things for what they are, yo, not what people want to make you believe they are, you know? Take care.